Hey guys, Happysplasher here. Good morning. So right now we're going to continue with the world event. So let's keep going. Currently we are in chapter 3 of the Year of the Fire Demon. It is called Secret Ingredient, and we are on this quest here to defeat Blackhorn. We'll hit the go, and this brings us over to a battle. And they do have a skill, so at the end of the turn we'll give extra attack to 3 random allies. Blackhorn, what has become of you? Have you come to witness my humiliation? The orcs chaining their own leader? No, I came to free you and help you get your power back. I don't want your charity, but I'm trying to help. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And we'll attack on the open lane C with the Fury here. If you put down the Axis Supporters Rebellion and break your alliance with the demons, I'm willing to forget your ingratitude. And you have to destroy all the wildfire supplies. Sure thing. I was against that stuff from the start. The Black Axis uses force to win, not magic of crazy alchemists. Very honorable of you. Okay, so that was Blackhorn. We will head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we're on this next quest here. Activate Legendary Obelisk in place of power 4 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the place of power. As you can see, our obelisk has now leveled up. And we will activate the legendary obelisk a couple of times. We are a little short on the number of runes right now, but let's see if we can get some bonus runes.
Legendary.
And we do not. We do get some extra copies of Villano, so that's not too bad. But we will need to get more runes in order to continue this quest. So in this case, we will do them offline and see you guys later. Alright guys, we are back. Currently we're on this quest here, activate Legendary Obelisk in place of power 4 times. We have done this offline, and so we will now continue. Okay, we have the next set of quests here. We have up top, use the Harbinger of Darkness skin to defeat other players 2 times. Behind that we have boost Regardus, Diplius, Axe, or Villano Mad Genius 9 times. Those are the event legendaries. On the bottom here, we have get 1600 souls of legendary heroes in Summon's Orange Chest. We'll try and do as many of these as possible, so let's start with this one up top. Use the Harbinger of Darkness skin to defeat other players 2 times. We'll hit the go, and this brings us over to the squad. We will need to change it to the Harbinger of Darkness skin. It is actually part of the Void Spirit family, as you can see here, the Shadow Harbinger of Darkness. And we do have these skills here for some random damage and extra summon, then also an attack boost over to our Chaos heroes. The squad is not quite optimized for Harbinger of Darkness, but we can try and use it and see how that will go. So we'll hit the go now, and this brings us now over to the squad. We'll do a couple battles, and hopefully we can get this done fairly quickly. Okay, we'll also need to turn off the auto, so that way we have a better chance of doing these battles. Okay, we do have this Dead Lord here on D4. Let's try and clear out the other zombies over here. And then we have the York here on D6 with some damage. Well, let's see. Transform deals a random damage. We can use that to clear out some of the board. Okay, and this will actually clear that out. Combat over here. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, we'll go with the Floss here on A1 to get at least 1 summon. And I'm not too concerned about the York coming back, even with the Reborn, because we do have some other attackers over here. Okay, we did take some additional damage. That is okay. We'll do our summon. And this is our Dr. Fear. Against the Aphrodite, we will want to silence it in order to prevent the extra damage happening to our hero and our warlord at the end of the turn, actually. Okay, and we did end up taking lethal because of the number of heroes on the board and then the extra attack steal with the scrap. Okay, well, like I said, we'll keep going with this and see if we can get this done rather quickly. So we'll start with the Floss here on A2, use it to get some summoners on the boards, and then also some extra attackers. Hey, look, it's scrap once again. Okay, so we're summoning the Dead Lord here on A3 to clear out the scrap and then also get some extra attackers. Looks like they're just punishing us every time we end up summoning more heroes. Okay, against the Anna the Abyss Queen right now, they're doing that mental shield skill. Okay, I'm going to do that random damage that we have here and potentially look to clear out some other heroes we do not have. Guess we can try this with the Yorick with the damage. Okay, we at least got rid of the Aharon, but we're dealing with this Arachne, which deals some toxin and also deals some health steal as well. We'll do our summon at least to get another attacker on the board, and then we'll also go with this Yoster over here on a 1. Okay, we did our damage at the beginning of the turn, so that is good. We'll go with the... I'm going to go with the Grace here on a C1. And see a lot of the health steal on the Arachne. Okay, and some more health gains. We're going to give an attack boost over to our Chaos Heroes. And then also we will look to... I'm going to go with the Aharon here on C1. And see that toxin really coming into play right now.
Yeah.
And we took lethal because of the Arachne, not the Arachne, but the Anna the Abyss Queen damage. Okay, well, I will do one more battle of this, and then if this does not work out, we will look to optimize the squad so that we can get those victories needed for this quest. Whoa! So against the Yoster here, we summon the Yorick on C1 just to clear it out, and then also prevent more health boosts at the beginning. And we're dealing with a potential full field of Grandmas. We did our random damage so that we can actually set up for more damage with the Grace here. Also, because of destroying the copies with our random damage, we have an attack boost over to this Yorick. Okay, against this, we'll go with our summon, even though we have this Mr. Flap with very high health. Then I'll just go for... Guess we'll just go for damage to the board. I'm not too concerned about the silence because I still need to... I still will have multiple heroes on the board. So against this Diana with the health boost at the summon, we will summon the Yoster over here on D1 just to stop the Diana because it's only a melee hero and it doesn't have flight. Okay, we'll continue. We'll go with this Floss here on the B1. Okay, we force the stones on the Ogre. We still are dealing with this Dominus. Okay, that is fine. Against the Dominus, we'll go with the Deadlord here on A3. We're giving them a little bit of health back, and that is okay. The main thing is clearing out those stones, so that way we don't have to see the health gain happen again. Okay, and at this point we'll give an attack boost over to our Chaos Heroes. We'll also, let's see. We're going to go with the Silence on B3 against the Yoster, so that way we don't have to worry about health boosts for later. Okay, and even with the high health of the Diana, we do have lethal on A3 with the Deadlord. So there you go. So that was victory number 1. And let's open up this victory chest so we can continue getting rewards. Okay, not bad. Got some of these rare Sly the Forest Guard. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll go with the Saharan here on B1 with some protection with the building. Then also allow us to deal some Phantom attack. Okay, and we're run over immediately by the Fury. Go with the Yorick here on B1 as well, just to clear it out with the damage, and then go for the damage to the Warlord. Okay, this Tiling Dragon Dance has some Mushus, and we are going to be taking some reflect damage if we do end up attacking. See how the reflect damage goes. The reflect damage happens off of the Mushus themselves, so I guess we can try and clear one of them out. And we don't get one, so we'll get a summon. That didn't work either. Okay, I guess we'll do... Feels like such a waste to silence one of the Mushus, but I guess in order to avoid some damage, we can stop at least the extra damage to wounded, and then also the reflect damage to our warlord. Because now we have to deal with this harm, which we can't silence and get rid of because of the evasion. Let's see. Suppose we can try and play around it with the Yoster here. Or we're going to see some attack steal happen. And just get comboed off immediately with the Legion here. Let's see. Phantom Attack will take care of this. These will be silenced. Guess we can sort of play around this with the Loss here. Hoping that we get some good summons in position. So we silence all of their male heroes, which include both the Aharon and the Legion here on D3. But that was not enough for the attack boost given from Grace. Okay, we can still get a victory with this squad, so it's not unfeasible. But really, it is very difficult because we have not built a squad directly for this. Okay, well, we have this Angelia over here, has some block and some flight. We'll go with the Yoster over here on C1. And we're not dealing damage right now because of the Mental Shield skill, and that is okay, because we still need to build up a board against these heroes. Okay, so the Grace of Rockbleed here has some block, do some damage. Then we'll actually follow up with our own Grace. Get some random damage going on that way. Okay, against the Blair here with the damage whenever Mental Shield expires, that's not going to be good, because we still need to deal with the... Okay, we'll take the chance anyways. Right, so there's Mental Shield on the Warlord. Let's give... we don't have to silence. Yeah, we'll still need to get rid of the Blair. So once again, we still have not dealt any damage because of the Mental Shield being on the Warlord for multiple turns. And we are going to be taking lethal next turn because of the multiple heroes on the lanes. Okay, well, I guess we will have to optimize this. This is also an irritating part about the world event because you will be forced to use warlords that aren't necessarily the best to use. But we can still do something. So let's go take a look at the heroes and the skills. So damage, summon, attack boost. We can, I guess, turn this all into chaos heroes so that we can at least take advantage of the attack boost. Play around with Dominus here. See what else. Discordia is nice. Grandma. We can use Axe for multiple summons. Alive here for some damage to the board. And you know, we can go defensive. We can actually go a little bit offensive here with the bolts. All right, well, we'll see what this can do. Okay, all right, so I guess we'll start actually here with the Goliath on B2. The reason why is because it can deal damage whenever one of our heroes comes into play, and that'll help us clear out some boards. Okay, against this Mr. Flap with immunity, he is not going to be taking damage. So in this case, let's go with the... Yeah, we'll go with the York here on C1 here. Okay, we're taking some damage over our heroes, that is okay. Go with the Dead Lord here, clear out some damage. Also get rid of the boosted Groot on A4. Okay, against these heroes. Got the evil Santa here, knocking out one of our zombies. We'll do our damage skill. And actually clears out only the Santa because of the immunity on the Mr. Flap. We'll do our summon. And then, yeah, you know, with all these extra summons, we have a pretty strong axe right here. And there we go. So that was the second victory needed to complete this quest. I feel like changing our warlord back, but I will need to change our squad at some point. And that's okay. Okay, well, we are now complete with that. We will head back to the roadmap. Oops, let me grab the reward here as well. And continue. Okay, we have this next quest behind there. So this is boost the event legendaries 9 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the squad. What I'm going to do is close this out and then head back to actually the guild. And the reason why is because we want to activate a bonus here at the very end. That will lower the cost of boosting. And then we'll head back to the squad and we'll boost those heroes 9 times. So let's start with the axe. As you see, the cost does go up. So we don't want to do it too many times because after the 3rd time, you'll see it boosts up a lot of dust needed. So that was the axe. The next one we have is the Regardus, which we'll filter for here with chaos and ranged. Once, twice, 3 times. And then finally is the Villano Mad Genius, which should be all the way over here. Once, twice, 3 times. And at this point we are now complete. We will head back to the roadmap. And then we will do the bottom quest over here. This quest is get 1600 souls of legendary heroes in Summon Orange Chest. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the Summon Hall. There are a couple places where we do have legendary chests. So first of all, this one here is the Mighty Pass. And as you can see, we are 1 level away from actually getting a legendary chest. See if we can actually grab a few more points. Just seeing how many we have here. We do 20 and 40. Oh, one more leveling here. Nope, we're a little short over there. That is okay. What we'll do is we'll head over to the League, and we do have some of these legendary chests that we saved from before. So we'll open up one. And currently one that is in League 1 will give you 1,000 copies. We could open another one, but in this case we do want to save and actually use up some of these other chests. We have them here in the Summon Hall, and we'll open up these. These are the ones that you get from the Progress rewards. As you can see, oh, you know, we got double copies of the Villano Mad Genius. So we actually got, was it 335 times 2? Yep. So in this case, we only had to open 1 chest instead of 2. And we are now complete with that quest. So we will head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to defeat Sind. Signed? Sure. Okay, they have 2 skills. Whenever an enemy appears, we'll give negative attack to that enemy and adjacent ones. And then whenever the enemy warlord is attacked, it will give a health boost to allies. Did you find out the details of Villano's experiments? He keeps them a secret, even from us. But I hear he's on the verge of discovery. You have to stop him. And I don't think I owe you anything. Nice. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. And we'll summon this Yorick here on D1 to take care of both the buildings here, and then also give the attack boost over to the Yorick. I appreciate the warning, but I've said too much already. After all, it's your job as a protector to save Pangea. Hurry, it won't be long before they put the plan into action. Can do. Okay, so that was Sind. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we have another ad to skip. Okay, we are on the next set of quests here. We have up top, perform Demigods, Gods of War, or Miracle Summon 20 times. Behind that, we have Soulbind the event Legendaries 9 times. On the bottom here, we have spend 30,000 runes. We want to save our runes for the end of this chapter. So in this case, we won't do the spending, but we will do the top quests up here. So this one is perform Demigods, Gods of War, or Miracle Summons 20 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the summon hall. What we'll do is look around for a little bit. I wanted to see how many gems we do have. We have a little bit, but probably should still save them. So in this case, we'll go back to the summon hall. We do have a little bit of demigods, so we'll do a 10x summon. As you can see, we have the first of 10 summons.
Epic.
Okay, and we'll open those up in the meantime.
Epic.
Not bad so far, getting some epic nature heroes that we do need.
Legendary.
Okay, got some... What is that? I'm trying to remember who he is.
Epic. Epic. Epic.
Oh, it's Cernan the Druid. There we go. Yeah. He's not bad. We're getting some decent rare support.
Epic.
What we'd really like is to open more of the event heroes,
Epic.
because we'll get double copies of those, as mentioned.
Epic.
Okay, as you can see, we do get a little bit of a discount for purchasing more demigod scrolls. And so at this point, we will do that just to save a little bit on our gems. Otherwise, we would be using miracle scrolls, but we do want to save those miracle scrolls for a future event. So in this case, we will purchase 10 more using our gems. We'll open up these chests as well.
Epic. Epic.
And hopefully we do open an event legendary so that we can get double copies of that one as well.
Epic.
Legendary.
Okay, you got 1,000 copies of Groot. Not too bad. Not quite what we're looking for, but still useful nonetheless.
Epic. Epic. Epic.
Okay, well, as you can see, another discount for buying demigods, but in this case, we will save our gems. Okay, and we will now head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we have this next quest here, Soulbind the event legendaries 9 times. We do have these heroes from before, so that is why this quest is already complete. And so yeah, we will continue. Okay, another ad once again. Okay, we have this next quest here, defeat Regardus. We'll hit the go, and this brings us to a battle. And they do have 2 skills, so whenever an ally dies except a zombie, it will summon another zombie. And then whenever another zombie dies, it will give a health boost to allies. You are not welcome here, Protector. Hello to you too, Guardian. Aren't you tired of trying to break from the lower world? And what about our fragile truce? I couldn't care less. When are you going to learn that demons can't be trusted? Never. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. Okay, and we have this Ogork here. This one here has some random damage, attack boost, and some block. We'll go with the Yorick here on C1. Clear out some buildings, get an attack boost, and deal damage to the Warlord. Now I understand why you need your faithful dog Axe. You are an easy opponent to defeat. You poach talents from my world. First warriors, now alchemists. Couldn't you teach demons anything? I just wanted to make the new year the year of the fire demon. It's not fair that it's not on the calendar. Villano and I worked well together, by the way. You can have your talent back, though his soul still belongs to me. And while you're wasting time with me, Villano and Axe are getting ready to try out the new wildfire mix. I didn't know I was facing Shang Tsung during this. Alright, so that was Regardus. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we have this next quest here, level up any of the event level up any of the event legendaries to level 15. As mentioned, we do have these heroes from before, so that is why this one is complete. So we will now continue. Okay, we have this next battle here to defeat Axe. We'll hit the go. And we do have a battle, as mentioned. At the end of the turn, for their skill, they will give extra attack to 5 random allies. That's a lot of extra attacks. I never thought an orc chief would become a demon watchdog. Regardus saved me from death and will restore my power in the clan. Soon I will be chief again. I wouldn't get your hopes up. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings here. Okay, and let's see how we're going to do this. We'll go with the bolts here on a 3. When he attacks, he will create a copy of himself. And then when he dies, he also deals damage to the warlord. Blackhorn is back in power. Your supporters have been pacified, and your supply of wildfire has been destroyed. I'll get to him anyway. If you leave the lower world, a hard battle awaits you. The next time, Regardus may not save you. Now, out of the way. I have to deal with someone too. Nice. Okay, so that was Axe. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Oh, okay. Another ad. Okay, we have the next set of quests here. We have up top, spend 3,500 gems. Behind that, we have level up Villano Mad Genius to level 17. On the bottom here, we have spend 50,000 runes. As mentioned, we did want to save our runes for the end of this chapter, so we will try and do this quest first. So spend 50,000 runes. We'll hit the go, and this brings us over to the place of power, and hopefully we get some bonus runes in the meantime. So we'll open up some legendary obelisks, activate those, and we got one set of bonus runes, so that's nice. And we'll keep spending.
Legendary.
Okay, we are currently out of bonus runes right now, so that means that we will need to, in this case, go earn some more, or we could spend the 3,500 gems. In this case, we'll probably end up spending the 3,500 gems by a combination of probably legendary draft, but we will look to do those offline, and we'll actually have that in a separate video for certain requests. So yeah, so we'll check back in later, and we'll do those offline, and yeah, we'll come back then. All right, guys, we are back. Currently we're on this quest here, spent 3,500 gems. We did do this offline, so we are now complete, and we will continue. Okay, we have the next quest here, level up Villano Mad Genius to level 17. We did have this hero from before, and that is why this one's at level 17. So we have this one complete. We're going to try and do the bottom quest as well here. So this one is spend 50,000 runes. As you can see, we're a little short on runes here, but what we can do is go to the place of power. And then we can pick the legendary obelisk. We'll skip the animation, and then even though it says it will activate one time, we can spend some gems to do so. And we'll spend a little bit of gems in order to get some extra opens. And now we are complete because we have spent the 50,000 runes. We'll head back to the roadmap and continue and grab both the rewards. Okay, we're on this next quest here. Open mystical box in place of power 4 times. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the place of power. We do have these mystical boxes that we have been saving for this world event at the end of the chapter. So in this case, we'll just open them up now. Skip the animation, and hopefully we either get some bonus runes or a decent amount of heroes. And this is not what we're looking for, but that is okay. We'll keep opening. A little more over here. Okay, some bonus runes. That'll help us out.
Legendary.
And some copies of Axe, which again, not really that helpful, but it does help us complete. So we'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we're on the final quest of the world event. So we'll have to defeat Villano. We'll hit the go. And this brings us to a battle. And looks like they have 2 skills. So whenever an enemy appears, we'll give negative attack to that enemy and adjacent ones. And then whenever the enemy warlord is attacked, we'll give a health boost to allies. Because of you, I failed to complete the experiment. You always meddle into the wrong things. Your experiments went too far. I had to interfere. Maybe I should explain the limits of what is allowed on Pangea again. Maybe you should. Okay, let's take a look at the buildings. Okay, and we have this hero here that deals damage when he comes into play, also deals damage to our warlord, and when he dies, he deals damage to one of our heroes. We're going to go with the Yorick here on lane D to break both the buildings, get the attack boost, and attack here. I love working with Regardus. He gave me the freedom to be creative. And I never claimed your soul. Does that sound like freedom? This was the price. Return to the Alchemist Guild. I'll trade your soul for one pesky demon for my dungeon. You will be free again. Keep your enemies even closer, eh? Well, to practice alchemy again, instead of rotting in a dungeon, I'm willing to do anything. Man, this guy really suffers for his art. Okay, so that was Villano. We will head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, and this is the biography / end card for Chapter 3. So, Villano, Mad Genius. Villano has always been a true explorer and despised rules. In his youth, Villano was kicked out of the Magic Academy for testing all sorts of poisons on rodents, rather than brewing healing potions according to the program. In the meantime, he became interested in alchemy and made considerable progress. The talented young man was noticed by the former head of the Alchemist Guild, Nicholas Flame. During his many years of work, Villano managed to lead the guild himself, make many discoveries, and to create substances that could destroy all life on Pangea. Exclusion from the guild doesn't bother Villano, because his ultimate goal is knowledge. He makes no distinction between humans, demons, or plants, as long as he can pursue what he loves. He would even trade his soul for it. Wow. Okay, so we will go grab the reward. As you can see, we have the medal, the portrait, the miracle scrolls, and also the Villano Mad Genius copies. Okay, hey, it's another ad. Okay, we will now spend the rest of the runes and then finish up the world event here. So in this case, we'll just go on the legendary obelisks.
Legendary.
And got some bonus runes, so that's helpful.
Legendary.
Okay, we will head back to the Place of Power. We do have one mystical box. We'll open that up.
Legendary.
Okay, and we are a little short of one more legendary obelisk, but we can always purchase some more runes using gems. So yeah, so we will see you guys later. This is Happysplasher, signing off.